Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through the change in your pocket, and bam! You come across a penny that could be worth $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny. Not a gold coin, not a rare jewel, but a humble copper-coated coin we often overlook. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1997 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. We'll explore why it's so valuable, how to spot one, and, of course, the million-dollar question: could you have one hiding in plain sight? Stick around because you don't want to miss this. Alright, let's kick things off with the basics. The 1997 D penny. What makes this little coin so special? First, let's talk about the D mint mark. This indicates that the penny was minted in Denver, which, by the way, is the same city where I once tried to climb a mountain but ended up in a donut shop. But I digress. Here's the deal: not every 1997 D penny is worth millions. In fact, most are worth, well, a penny. But a rare few have unique characteristics that make collectors go wild. One of the main reasons? Errors. We're talking about things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even small imperfections that happen during the minting process. Think of these errors like a limited edition stamp on your favorite sneaker drop. Scarcity equals value. Now, you might be wondering, what does this elusive million-dollar penny look like? Great question. You'll want to pay close attention to the details. Look for sharp features in Lincoln's profile, the clarity of the "In God We Trust" motto, and the alignment of the date and mint mark. And, of course, condition is king. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is going to fetch way more than one that's been tossed around in pockets for decades. Here's a fun story for you. A friend of mine, I'll call him Dave, once found an unusual penny while cleaning out his car. He thought it was junk, but I convinced him to take a closer look. Long story short, it wasn't a 1997 D, but it did end up being worth a few $100. Moral of the story? Don't underestimate those coins collecting dust in your junk drawer. Now, let's talk value. Why is this specific penny valued at $1.1 million? It's all about rarity and demand. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces, and auctions can get competitive. In 2024, one of these bad boys sold for over $1 million because of its near-perfect condition and a rare minting error. Imagine turning 1 cent into a seven-figure payday. That's the ultimate glow-up. So, how do you find one? Start by checking your change seriously. You'd be surprised how many people overlook their pennies. Next, invest in a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Trust me, it's worth it. Finally, if you think you've hit the jackpot, consult a professional coin grader. They'll confirm the value and help you navigate the auction process. Alright, let's recap. The 1997 D-Mint Mark penny might look like your average coin, but with a little luck and a sharp eye, it could change your life. Whether it's spotting a minting error or finding one in pristine condition, the key is to stay curious and keep checking those coins. Before we wrap up, let me ask you this: what's the most valuable coin you've ever come across? Drop your answers in the comments because I'd love to hear your stories. And if you're as fascinated by the world of valuable coins as I am, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be back with more tips, tricks, and stories about coins that could make you rich. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Or should I say, future millionaires? Today, I'm about to tell you a story that might have you checking under your couch cushions or digging through that old coin jar you forgot about in your attic. Imagine this: a penny, a simple, humble penny, turning you into a millionaire. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1991 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.2 million for a penny. Now, before you roll your eyes, let me share a little secret. One lucky guy found a similar coin in his grandpa's collection and almost mistook it for a regular penny. But spoiler alert, he's now swimming in cash. So, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next millionaire in the making. First, let's talk about why this penny is so valuable. The 1991 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the date. What makes it special isn't just its age or the fact that it's a Lincoln penny. After all, there are millions of those in circulation. This coin's value lies in its rarity and condition. You see, most coins are mass-produced, and imperfections during the minting process aren't uncommon. However, the 1991 D penny we're talking about was struck with an extremely rare error, a double die or a misaligned die strike. These errors give the coin unique features like doubling in the text or unusual markings. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with these errors are incredibly hard to find, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, I can hear you asking, why $1.2 million, though? That's insane. Well, coin collectors are a passionate bunch, and when a rare piece hits the market, the competition to own it drives prices through the roof. Think of it like Pokemon cards but with way more zeros attached. Here's where it gets personal. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my grandma's attic, yes, the classic cleaning out the attic story, and stumbled upon a jar of old coins. I didn't think much of it, but one penny caught my eye. It was shiny, a little off-center, and had a weird doubling effect on the text. I thought, hey, this could be something. Turns out, it wasn't the legendary 1991 D penny, but it was worth a solid $50. Not bad for a penny, right? That experience taught me that hidden treasures can be anywhere, you just have to look. So, how do you know if you've hit the jackpot with a 1991 D penny? Here's a quick checklist. Look for the D mint mark below the date. Check for doubling in the text, unusual markings, or a misaligned strike. A magnifying glass is your best friend here. The closer it is to mint condition, the better. If it's shiny and free from scratches, you're in luck. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its value and authenticate it. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not a coin collector. Why should I care? Well, let me tell you, coin collecting is not just for history buffs or numismatics nerds. It's for anyone who likes money. And let's be real, who doesn't like money? Checking your change for rare coins is one of the easiest ways to potentially stumble upon a fortune. It's like playing the lottery but with much better odds, plus, it's fun. Imagine the thrill of finding a rare coin and discovering it's worth more than your car. Trust me, it's an adrenaline rush like no other. Alright, folks, we've covered a lot today: the incredible story of the 1991 D Lincoln penny, what makes it worth $1.2 million, and how you can start your own treasure hunt. Who knew that something as ordinary as a penny could hold such extraordinary value? So, here's your homework: grab that coin jar, check your pocket change, and start searching. Who knows? You might just find your ticket to financial freedom hiding in plain sight. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be bringing you more stories, tips, and strategies to uncover hidden treasures in your spare change. Don't miss out, your $1 million penny might be just one video away. Hey there, treasure hunters. Let me ask you something. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if one of these pennies could make me a millionaire? Well, spoiler alert, it could. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Yep, one of these little copper beauties recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's right, one penny could buy you a mansion. Before you toss your couch cushions looking for spare change, stick around. I'll tell you what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and this is the best part, why you might have one hiding in plain sight. First, let's break down what makes the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special. Back in the 60s, the US Mint was cranking out coins like hotcakes. In 1964, they struck billions of pennies, most without a mint mark because they were minted in Philadelphia. A tiny fraction of these pennies were struck using experimental processes. Some were struck on planchets that weren't quite up to the usual standards, and a few ended up with incredible luster, sharp details, or even rare errors. Combine that with the nostalgia of owning a piece of 1960s Americana, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks. Like, let's outbid each other until we hit $1 million big bucks. Now, if you're thinking, okay, how do I know if I've got a millionaire penny? I've got you covered. Look for these key features, easy enough, right? No D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. Grading matters. If your penny is shiny and looks like it hasn't seen the light of day since Beatlemania, you're off to a great start. Some 1964 pennies have double dies or other minting errors that make them even more valuable. A friend of mine, I'll call him Dave, was going through his grandfather's old coin collection and found a 1964 penny that looked brand new. Turns out, it wasn't the $1.3 million penny, but it was worth a couple $100. Still, not bad for a penny, right? You're probably wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? It's all about supply and demand. Rare coins like this are the holy grail for collectors. When one comes up for auction, the bidding wars can get out of hand. It's like trying to grab the last slice of pizza at a party, except the pizza costs seven figures, plus there's the emotional side. Coins like this are little pieces of history. Owning one is like having a time machine in your pocket, and some people are willing to pay a fortune for that feeling. Now, here's the exciting part. The 1964 no-mint mark penny isn't some mythical unicorn, it's real, and it's out there. Check your change jars, piggy banks, and that weird drawer in your kitchen where you keep batteries and rubber bands. You might just hit the jackpot. Alright, folks, let's wrap this up. The 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that big treasures can come in small packages. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, it's worth keeping an eye out for these little copper legends. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or at least mildly entertaining, why not join our coin hunting crew? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a tip about coins worth money. Trust me, you don't want to miss our next video. It's all about nickels worth $1 million. Spoiler, they're shinier than your future after finding one. Hey there, treasure hunters. Let me ask you something. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if one of these pennies could make me a millionaire? Well, spoiler alert, it could. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Yep, one of these little copper beauties recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's right, one penny could buy you a mansion. Before you toss your couch cushions looking for spare change, stick around. I'll tell you what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and this is the best part, why you might have one hiding in plain sight. First, let's break down what makes the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special. Back in the 60s, the US Mint was cranking out coins like hotcakes. In 1964, they struck billions of pennies, most without a mint mark because they were minted in Philadelphia. A tiny fraction of these pennies were struck using experimental processes. Some were struck on planchets that weren't quite up to the usual standards, and a few ended up with incredible luster, sharp details, or even rare errors. Combine that with the nostalgia of owning a piece of 1960s Americana, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks. Like, let's outbid each other until we hit $1 million big bucks. Now, if you're thinking, okay, how do I know if I've got a millionaire penny? I've got you covered. Look for these key features, easy enough, right? No D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. Grading matters. If your penny is shiny and looks like it hasn't seen the light of day since Beatlemania, you're off to a great start. Some 1964 pennies have double dies or other minting errors that make them even more valuable. A friend of mine, I'll call him Dave, was going through his grandfather's old coin collection and found a 1964 penny that looked brand new. Turns out, it wasn't the $1.3 million penny, but it was worth a couple $100. Still, not bad for a penny, right? You're probably wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? It's all about supply and demand. Rare coins like this are the holy grail for collectors. When one comes up for auction, the bidding wars can get out of hand. It's like trying to grab the last slice of pizza at a party, except the pizza costs seven figures, plus there's the emotional side. Coins like this are little pieces of history. Owning one is like having a time machine in your pocket, and some people are willing to pay a fortune for that feeling. Now, here's the exciting part. The 1964 no-mint mark penny isn't some mythical unicorn, it's real, and it's out there. Check your change jars, piggy banks, and that weird drawer in your kitchen where you keep batteries and rubber bands. You might just hit the jackpot. Alright, folks, let's wrap this up. The 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that big treasures can come in small packages. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, it's worth keeping an eye out for these little copper legends. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or at least mildly entertaining, why not join our coin hunting crew? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a tip about coins worth money. Trust me, you don't want to miss our next video. It's all about nickels worth $1 million. Spoiler, they're shinier than your future after finding one. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions looking for spare change for a snack, and you stumble upon a penny. A regular, boring old penny, right? Wrong. That little copper coin could be worth $1.40 million. Yes, you heard that right, million, with an M. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how you could potentially find one hiding in plain sight. So, grab your coin jars, because this is going to be good. And stick around until the end. I'm sharing a hilarious personal story about the time I almost threw away a coin that turned out to be worth a small fortune. Spoiler alert, I still haven't recovered emotionally. Alright, let's get into it. First, what's the deal with the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? Why is it worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and a little sprinkle of luck. For those of you who are new to coin collecting, let me break it down. Most coins have a mint mark, a little letter that tells you where the coin was made, like D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But if there's no mint mark, it usually means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. So, why is that special? Because in 1985, there were very few no-mint mark pennies produced with unique die characteristics that set them apart. Here's where it gets juicy. The 1985 no-mint mark penny is incredibly rare, and collectors go absolutely bonkers for rarity. Combine that with the fact that most of these pennies were circulated and ended up in piggy banks, vending machines, or even tossed out. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. And now, let's talk about the value. The record sale for one of these bad boys? A whopping $1.4 million. And that wasn't just any penny, it was graded as MS68, which basically means it's in near-perfect condition. Think of it as the coin equivalent of a brand new car that's never been driven. You don't need to be a coin expert to start hunting for one of these. First, look for the year 1985. If it doesn't say 1985, put it back in your piggy bank. Flip the penny over. If there's no little letter under the date, congratulations, you might have a no-mint mark penny. The better the condition, the higher the value. So, if your penny looks like it's been through a war, it's probably not worth millions. Invest in a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to really inspect those details. And for the love of Lincoln, don't clean your coins. Cleaning can actually decrease their value. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin. Picture this. It was a lazy Sunday afternoon. I was cleaning out my car and found a pile of coins in the cup holder. Most of them were sticky quarters and dimes, but there was one penny that looked different. It was shiny, too shiny. I almost tossed it into the return to the gas station jar, but something told me to take a closer look. Long story short, it wasn't a 1985 no-mint mark penny, but it was a rare error coin worth $500. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of spare change. Alright, folks, let's wrap this up. The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a true treasure in the world of coin collecting. With a current market value of $1.4 million, it's proof that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You never know what you might find. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, strategies for building your collection, or just some good old-fashioned coin trivia, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's uncover some treasure together. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters and penny enthusiasts. Imagine this, you're digging through an old jar of spare change, the kind that's been collecting dust in the back of your closet for years. You're just looking for some laundry money, right? Then bam. You pull out a penny. But not just any penny, this bad boy is a 1985 D-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and guess what? It could be worth a staggering $1.6 million. Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny, worth more than a luxury mansion or a fleet of fancy cars. Intrigued? Stick around, because today we're diving into the story behind this incredible coin, how to spot it, and why it's worth so much. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You never know, your next grocery run might just fund your dream vacation. Alright, So you're probably wondering, why on earth would anyone pay $1.6 million for a penny? Great question. Let me break it down for you. The 1985 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the little d under the year, and while millions of these were produced, there's something extraordinary about a handful of them. These rare pennies are known as error coins. That's right, mistakes. And not just any mistakes, but highly collectible, holy grail mistakes. In the case of the 1985 D penny, collectors are on the hunt for coins with an unusual double die error or misaligned strike. These quirks make the coin one of a kind, and collectors? Well, they're willing to pay big bucks for unique pieces. Now, let me tell you about my own brush with penny destiny. A few years back, I decided to clean out my car, that task we all avoid like the plague. I found a pile of coins under the seat, sticky from spilled soda and smelling vaguely of French fries. Among them was a shiny 1985 penny. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be it? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But hey, it was worth checking. And I did find $1 in quarters, so it wasn't a total loss. So, how do you know if your 1985 D penny is the jackpot? Here's what you need to look for. First, make sure it has the D under the year. If it's blank, it's not the one. Check for doubling on the letters or numbers. Grab a magnifying glass and inspect "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date. If the text looks doubled or blurry, congratulations, you might have a winner. Collectors go wild for coins in pristine condition. If your penny has been through the washing machine or used as a makeshift screwdriver, it probably won't fetch top dollar, and if you're unsure, take it to a coin appraiser. Trust me, they've seen it all. They'll either confirm your treasure or gently let you down with, well, it's worth a penny. Now, let's talk numbers. Why is this little copper coin worth a king's ransom? It all comes down to supply and demand. Only a tiny number of these error coins exist, making them incredibly rare. And rare equals valuable. Add in the historical significance of a Lincoln penny, and you've got collectors lining up to bid. There's also the thrill of the hunt. Coin collectors are like Indiana Jones, but instead of ancient artifacts, they're after pocket change. They'll pay top dollar, or, in this case, top million, to complete their collections. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1985 D mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew a single coin could be worth $1.6 million? If this doesn't make you want to raid your piggy bank, I don't know what will. Check your pennies. 2. Share this video with a friend who's sitting on a jar of coins. And 3. Hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coin tips and treasure hunting strategies coming your way. Who knows? Your next find might just make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, literally. Hey, coin collectors and curious minds, have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, nah, it's just pennies? Well, don't be so quick to dismiss those copper clinkers, because today we're diving into the story of the 2013 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. That's right, one of these seemingly humble coins is worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million in the collector's market. Imagine paying for coffee with a penny and accidentally handing over a fortune. Wild, right? In today's video, we're going to explore why this penny is worth so much, how to spot one, and what makes it a true treasure. And stick around because I'll also share a personal story about the time I almost threw away a potentially valuable coin. Let's get started. Alright, let's talk about this 2013 penny. At first glance, it looks like any other penny in circulation. You've got Lincoln on the front, the shield on the back, and it's made of copper-plated zinc, nothing unusual there. But what makes this coin special is its lack of a mint mark. You see, most pennies minted in 2013 were produced in Philadelphia or Denver, and their mint marks, P or D, tell you which. However, if your penny has no mint mark at all, it could be from Philadelphia, but here's the twist. There's a rare variety that skipped the minting quality control process and ended up with some fascinating errors. These errors can include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or even die cracks, and when collectors hear the words error coin, they lose their minds. Why? Because these mistakes make coins unique, and rarity drives up value. In the case of this penny, its uniqueness and pristine condition shot its value up to $1.7 million when auctioned to a very eager buyer. And now, I know what you're thinking, could I have one of these pennies in my jar right now? Possibly. But let me give you a pro tip. You're going to need a magnifying glass or a loupe to examine the fine details. Look for things like uneven edges, doubling on the lettering, or anything that seems off. Speaking of odd finds, let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out an old junk drawer. You know, the one filled with random batteries, takeout menus, and a pile of loose change. I almost tossed it all in a Coinstar machine. But as I was scooping up the coins, I noticed a penny that looked different. The color was a bit off, and it had this strange texture on the surface. I couldn't explain why, but I decided to hold on to it. Long story short, it turned out to be a minor error coin worth a couple of $100. Not $1.7 million, but hey, I'm not complaining. Now back to the 2013 penny. If you think you've got one, don't rush to sell it just yet. First, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will examine the coin and assign it a grade based on its condition and rarity. Trust me, this step is crucial because collectors won't pay top dollar without certification. If you don't have one of these pennies, don't worry. There are still plenty of valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. The key is to stay curious and keep checking your change. And hey, maybe this is your sign to start that coin collection you've been thinking about. Alright, folks, we've gone from pocket change to $1 million payday, all thanks to one unassuming penny. The 2013 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that treasures can show up in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you're about to toss a handful of coins into a tip jar, take a second look. Who knows? You might just be holding a fortune. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or even just mildly interesting, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more tips and stories about coins worth big money coming your way. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're about to raid your coin jar after watching this. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, especially when it's worth $1.7 million. See you in the next video. Hey there, treasure hunters. Did you know a humble penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? That's right, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1973 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could make you richer than your wildest dreams. So grab your coin jar, because you might just have a fortune sitting under your couch cushions. Before we dive in, let me share a quick story. A few months ago, I was cleaning out an old desk drawer, and there it was, a stack of pennies I'd completely forgotten about. Now, I didn't find $1 million penny, but it got me wondering, what if I had? That curiosity is what led me to today's topic, and trust me, you won't want to miss what I've got to share. This coin was minted in Denver, hence the little D right below the year. Most 1973 D pennies are worth their face value, a single cent. But here's the kicker, a select few of these coins are so rare and pristine that they've skyrocketed in value. One recently sold for a whopping $1.8 million. That's not just pocket change, that's life-changing money. So, what's the secret? It all comes down to if your penny looks like it's been through a war zone, scratches, discoloration, general wear and tear, it's probably not going to make you a millionaire. But if it's in mint state condition, meaning it's shiny, clean, and nearly perfect, you could be sitting on a goldmine. While millions of 1973 D pennies were minted, only a handful have stood the test of time in top-notch condition. Think about it, how many of us toss pennies into jars, purses, or even the bottom of a sock drawer? That constant handling reduces their value. Now, this is where it gets really exciting. Some 1973 D pennies have minting errors, like a double die, where the text or image looks slightly doubled. These errors make collectors go absolutely bananas. If your penny has one of these quirks, it's like hitting the jackpot. Now, let's talk about how to check your pennies. First, grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera to zoom in. Look for that D-Mint mark and inspect the coin carefully. Does it have sharp details? Is the year clearly visible? Do you spot anything unusual, like doubling on the letters? If yes, you might have a winner. Quick story, last summer, my neighbor Tom found a 1973 D penny while gardening. He almost tossed it out, thinking, it's just a penny. But his kid, who's super into coin collecting, took one look and said, "Dad, this could be worth something." Long story short, it wasn't $1.8 million, but he still got $500 from a collector. Not bad for a coin that was buried in dirt, right? The 1973 penny represents a perfect storm for collectors. It's old enough to be considered vintage but not so old that it's unattainable. The rarity of mint condition coins from this year and location drives up demand. It's like finding a vintage comic book or a rare baseball card, it's all about supply and demand. If you think you've got a valuable penny, don't just stick it on eBay and hope for the best. Take it to a professional coin grader. They'll certify its value and condition, which will make collectors trust you more and pay top dollar. After that, you can list it on auction sites, sell it to a dealer, or even attend a coinshow.so. There you have it, the story of the 1973 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny that could turn your spare change into serious cash. Remember, the key is to check your coins carefully and never underestimate what a single penny could be worth. Before you go, here's my challenge: grab the jar of pennies and start searching. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. And hey, if you find something, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips and strategies to help you uncover hidden treasures in your spare change. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!